Hi everyone, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Luis, and for today's video we have a very special one because we have a reaction to Kylie Verzosa's full performance during Miss International 2016. This is actually a video that a lot of you guys have been requesting for a very long time, but to be honest, I never really got into Miss International for a variety of reasons. And I'm gonna say that the main one would be because ever since I launched my channel, there has been no edition of Miss International. We know that they were heavily affected by the pandemic, and ever since they stopped making pageants, but this year they have decided to come back with their 60th edition of the pageant. So I thought that this was the perfect occasion for me to get into Kylie Verzosa's full performance, not only to get to know her better, but also to better understand the pageant. Since I also have news, your boy is collaborating with the Miss Cuba organization to appoint the candidate who will represent Cuba at Miss International in 2022. So stay tuned for those news coming up real soon. Since this is going to be officially my very first Miss International video ever, the only thing that I'm gonna ask from you guys is that if you have any requests or you want me to look into other videos or the winners, let me know in the comment section down below. While you're at it, if you enjoyed this video or find some sort of value, don't forget to hit the like button so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And you already know, anything that you would like to express, just leave it down below. I won't keep you waiting much longer. I know that you guys are excited for Kylie, so I will see you with my reaction right after the intro.
Be strong.
Miss Philippines フィリピンにおける聖装であるテルノをイメージしたデザインです。フィリピンの教会からインスパイアされています。
Wow, that's so beautiful. So let's talk about this introduction moment that we had right here. I don't believe that this is the evening gown presentation because usually that will come more towards the end of the pageant. So I'm just going to assume that this is more of an introduction. Maybe it might be even like the national costume. Not so sure, but anyways, in all scenarios, this looks like a beautiful, beautiful gown. And I believe this is one of the things that comes to mind whenever I think of Kylie. I was not around in the pageant community whenever she was competing back in 2016. However, I've been aware of her existence for quite some time because she has become this mogul of popularity and like social media. And if there is one thing that comes to mind whenever I think of her is fashionable. What I can say about this particular gown is that, first of all, it seems to be very, very elegant, and I like how it gives us the perfect balance of what you would expect from a pageant gown, while at the same time stepping a little bit outside of the box in terms of the design, the proportions of the gown, as well as even the print, I would say, that she's wearing. So in a way, she's giving us the best of both worlds. We're getting elegant and fashionable, while at the same something that is modern and a little bit more edgy. Very on brand for Kylie Verzosa. I also really like the reference that we have right here to the Filipiniana, which is the butterfly sleeve that you can see. I think that this is something that really represents, you know, the Philippines and the Filipino culture, especially its designers. And it's a big part of fashion history in the Philippines. So I like whenever they include those national references when they have to go to an international pageant. It's just like a little way to pay tribute to the people back home. But I think that overall what really brings this look together and really makes it so successful is just Kylie's elegance. She behaves herself with so much grace. She knows how to walk in front of the camera. I don't know if maybe at this point she had some modeling experience because she definitely knows how to hit, you know, the angles. She really knows how to, you know, portray herself in a way that is going to be flattering on camera. So definitely props for that. Maybe I'll do a little bit more research on that, but we all know that at this point, whenever she goes to Miss International, that means that she already went through the entire Binibining Pilipinas system. Therefore, the experience and the preparation is right there. For this being the first presentation of the night, I think that this was incredible. I'm excited for the swimsuit. I'm excited for the Q&A, for the evening gown. Let's keep watching.
Miss Philippines
Okay.
私の趣味は
Come on,
絵を描く
Kylie.
こと料理、ヨガ、音楽、アウトドア、水泳、そしてスポーツピラティスです。Miss Poland
Okay, this is going so fast, you guys. I need more time to appreciate the body, Adi. Alright, so let's talk about Kylie's swimsuit presentation. Look, I'm gonna be fully transparent with you guys just based on my first impressions when it comes to Miss International as a pageant. I always thought about it as being a very conservative, kind of like demure type of pageant because the purpose of it is really not to showcase, very fierce walks or to be overly extravagant. It's really a pageant where the girls usually would adapt to the context where the pageant is held, and that is most of the time in Japan. But anyways, going back to Kylie, let's address the elephant in the room. She looks incredible. I really like the proportions of her body, and you can see that most importantly she is very confident. For me, whenever I think of the swimsuit presentation, I believe it's one of the most intimidating parts of a pageant because it takes a lot of strength in order to put yourself out there and be vulnerable, knowing that everyone in the audience is not only looking at you but they're also judging you. And that can be quite hard for the contestants. Now, what I notice here is that, once again, similar to the comment that I gave you for the first part of the pageant, is that Kylie is giving us a very balanced performance in terms of, just spicing things up a little bit, while at the same time staying respectful of what the pageant is looking for. I feel like that's really the winning strategy here, because if you overdo it, the judges and the members of the organization are not going necessarily to appreciate the performance, but at the same time, if you provide something that is just very bland and not very exciting, then the pageant fans are gonna be a little upset, right? It's very hard to find that balance, but I think that she did an incredible job at it. For me personally, based on some of the research that I've been doing for the Miss Cuba organization, my takeaway is that the key to succeed in the swimsuit presentation of Miss International is really to be able to project on camera while at the same time retaining people's attention. If you're able to do that, then you're gold. That's the biggest challenge. But that's enough of me talking. Let's move on to the evening gown presentation, I believe. Let's find out.
Miss Philippines.
She looks so good, and she has also changed so much over time. I'm in denial. I don't even recognize her.
目です。
Once again, she knows exactly when to stop posing and just hit the perfect angle. So let's talk about the evening gown presentation here. My first impression when I saw this gown is that it's very minimalistic in terms of the designs that we are used to seeing nowadays, in terms of like how daring the gowns might be, or sometimes like the stonings of the gown and just like the overall design. This is a very conservative gown, which, based on what I told you before, I think that it kind of fits the vibe of the pageant, the entire prototype, the archetype of women that they're looking for. However, just because it is a minimalistic gown, it doesn't mean that it's not effective. If anything, I really think that it complements Kylie's natural beauty. And for me, that's really the essence of a Miss International queen. Whenever you're looking for a woman who will represent this pageant, you have to look for a woman that will be able to shine from within, that doesn't need anything added on top of her natural charm, her natural beauty, to be able to catch people's attention. She needs to be breathtaking, not because of what she's wearing, but because of who she is. And I think that ever since this competition, Kylie has managed to prove over and over that she is that girl. When you look at her presentation as a whole, whether it's the makeup, whether it's the hairstyle, whether it's the gown, whether it's the aura on stage, everything is super smooth, everything is super minimalistic, and I think that these are really the elements that allow her to shine so much just for who she is. And I think that that's one of the strengths right here, because it allows her to really keep your attention for the entire performance. If I'm being quite honest, for the longest time, I thought that the entire vibe with Miss International was really to look for a girl who would adapt to the culture and the tradition in Japan. But over time, especially after doing some research, what I realized is that they need to find a girl who will be able to become kind of an ambassador of culture, of education, who will be able to not only, yes, transmit Japanese culture to the world, but also who will be able to take culture and values from other countries and spread them internationally. That is the biggest challenge. And I believe that's maybe what they don't like when the candidates are overly extravagant, because you don't need those things in order to accomplish the purpose of the pageant, if that makes sense. So I think that having someone like Kylie with this look, with this aura, with this confidence on stage, it was just the perfect match at the right time. Now, once again, I'm talking way too much, so I'm gonna shut up. Let's keep watching. I think that we're getting into the Q&A moment, so my favorite part of any pageant. Ha.
Philippines! Congratulations, Miss Philippines! Please proceed to the stage center.
She looks so calm. I'd be like so stressed, anxiety off the roof. But she's just going like, no big deal.
Miss Philippines.
3 things come to mind when I think of Miss International.
Wait. I need some volume. Let me go back.
3 things come to mind when I think of Miss International: culture, education, and international understanding. These 3 work together to make the brand of the Miss International Beauty Pageant relevant to the global community and to our time. If I become Miss International 2016, I will devote myself to cultural understanding and international understanding, because I believe that it is with developing in each of us sensitivity to other cultures that we expand our horizons, tolerate difference, and appreciate diversity. All this enables us to achieve international understanding, and I believe I am prepared to take on this responsibility. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.
私の中には3つ言葉があります。文化につながると。
Not me waiting for the translation as if I understood a thing of what they were saying in Japanese. Anyways, this was a mic drop. As a matter of fact, I think that my girl just swallowed the entire microphone. And I love the answer because of many reasons, but I will start by saying that when it comes to pageantry, right, when it comes to the Q&A segment, the biggest thing for me is start by just addressing, the core of the question. Just give the answer, and then you can elaborate, then you can add your arguments, you do whatever you want after that. But please start by answering the question. And I think that this is exactly what Kylie did here by talking about the main 3 aspects of Miss International, but also the reasons why she is competing to become the next Miss International. When you think of culture, education, and international understanding, I think that it's just the perfect way to summarize the mission of the entire organization. And although it might seem very simple, I think that it's so important for a contestant to know by heart and really understand the purpose of an organization, because if you become a title holder, you're not just given a crown, you're not just given a title, you become an ambassador for that organization, for that country, and you're also representing your own country. So it's a huge responsibility, especially because the Miss International organization works so closely with different charities, and they really focus on education, on international students. They really have a mission that is based on service. It's important that whenever you get to that moment where you have access to the microphone and to address the audience, that you know exactly what you're doing. I don't know to what extent Kylie had to work on her preparation, her training and all, but you can see that everything from the way that she speaks, to the tone of her voice, to the mannerism, the way that she even moves her hands, it's perfectly coordinated to fit the tone of the message that she is trying to give to the audience, that she's trying to transmit. The reason why this is a winning answer is because even 6 years after her coronation, this is still a very timely answer. And especially after everything that the world has been through ever since 2016. We went through the pandemic, we had wars, we have international tensions, and so on and on and on. Even climate change, y'all. There's not really another way to be more specific and more clear when it comes to her mission. I think that talking about cultural understanding, I mean, I can think of the Asian hate, I can think of Black Lives Matter movement, I even can think of a lot of new movements that have been coming up when it comes to indigenous lives. When it comes to international understanding, I mean, we have all witnessed the war between Ukraine and Russia. We have all witnessed the tensions between USA and North Korea. Why not? I can even talk about my very own country, Cuba, being just a mess and being all over the place. So this is just to show that 6 years after she provided this answer, it is something that still applies to the world. I believe that if someone answered precisely this way today, they will probably get the title as well. And I really love the way that she ended the answer by talking about developing sensitivity towards other cultures. Because, I mean, I know that this is kind of a pageant patty answer, but you know how the stereotypical beauty queen always answers world peace. Well, I think that this is the version of world peace, but like the intellectual, really elevated, next level version of that, right? You still get the essence without sounding like a broken record or something that we have heard over and over and over again. If I was part of the judging panel of Miss International 2016 and I heard this type of answer on stage, the first thing that will come to mind is that this woman knows what she's getting herself into while keeping the humble attitude that I think is really the cherry on top of the entire performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the glorious 2016 Miss International goes to...
Where's the video?
Miss Philippines!
Ay, grabe!
Congratulations, Miss Philippines! You are the 2016 Miss International!
Miss International のクラウンが贈られます。こちらのクラウンは株式会社三木本様よりご提供いただいております。
完成です。喜びで涙が止まりません。
This is such an iconic moment. I think that whenever I'm watching like pageant recaps, they always post this moment of her coronation.
はい、続いて一般社団法人国際文化協会会長下村明美から盾が贈られます。
And now we would like to hear some words from you, 2016 Miss International. Miss Philippines, please.
どうもありがとうございます Japan for having me and for having all the girls. I cannot believe this moment right now and I am ecstatic and happy. Thank you so much to my family, to the Philippines, to everyone who supported me. I did not go through this journey alone, but I had a lot of help from the people who love me. I deeply appreciate this. This moment has only happened in my dreams. Thank you so much, Japan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss International.
日本の皆様、ありがとうございます。そして、
See you next year. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's stop right there. That was it for the full performance of Kylie Verzosa during Miss International 2016. Just a few things that I would like to say. Well, first of all, that was such a cute coronation moment. You can see that she is truly, truly in denial. She couldn't believe that she was the winner of the entire thing. And I mean, I can definitely understand because now looking back, we can see how good she was in the performance and all of that. But when you are in it, in the moment, I mean, usually Miss International is one of the competitions that has the most contestants per year. So I don't know if it's like something between like 60 candidates or like 80 candidates. So it's a lot of people. The chances of you actually getting a title are quite slim. What I really like here is how genuine her speech was, thanking to all of those who supported her during her journey. And at the same time, I really enjoyed to see the sisterhood as well. When the other girls were coming towards Kylie to just give her a hug, to take a photo with her, to tell her to place her eyelashes because they were just falling off because she was crying. I think that was very, very cute. And very often, that's an indicator of, you know, if the other girls appreciate you, it usually means that you did something right during the pageant. So anyways, in my opinion, up until this day, Kylie Verzosa remains one of the most influential Miss International queens ever. She has been able to do so much with her career, with her presence, with her public influence as well, since she was crowned. And I think that it is truly remarkable to see the evolution and everything that she has achieved since this particular moment. I think that it also says a lot about the power of this platform and the things that you can achieve with it if you use it wisely. But anyways, that was it for my comments. You guys, let me know in the comment section what do you think about this entire video, my comments, my feedback, and anything else that you would like to add. While you're at it, don't forget to hit the like button so this video gets recommended to more people, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. Last but not least, come here and give me a hug. That's a little tradition on the channel. You know that I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments of a good day here with me. And until I see you next time, everyone, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.